My brothers, his wife's own sister called him and said, "You will not believe what your wife is doing right now." Her own blood made that call. Pay attention to what loyalty really looks like. Drop a location in the comments, like this video, and stay with me.
I was in the middle of reviewing quarterly reports when my phone buzzed. The name on the screen made me pause. Vanessa, wife's sister. We weren't close. Polite at family gatherings, sure, but she'd never called me directly. Not once in the 7 years I'd been married to her younger sister, Claire. "Brian," her voice was tight, urgent. "You need to come to Riverside Park right now, the one near the downtown marina." "Vanessa, what's going on? Is Claire okay?" "Just come. Gate 3 entrance. I'll be waiting in my car, the blue Honda. And Brian, bring your phone. You're going to want to record what I'm about to show you." The line went dead. My hands were steady as I grabbed my keys, but my mind was racing through possibilities. Accident, emergency, but why would she tell me to bring my phone to record? The 20-minute drive felt like 2 hours. Vanessa's Honda was parked exactly where she said. I pulled up beside her, and she gestured for me to get in her passenger seat. "What's happening?" I asked as I climbed in. She didn't answer, just pointed toward the park's central walkway, about 50 yards away. There were 2 people on a bench, a man in a business suit and a woman in a yellow sundress I'd bought for Claire last month. They were holding hands. "That's her boss," Vanessa said quietly. "Gregory Hammond, 52, divorced twice, known for sleeping with younger employees." I watched as Claire laughed at something he said, leaning into him. His hand moved to her face, tucking hair behind her ear in a gesture so intimate it made my stomach turn. "How long have you known?" My voice sounded distant, like it belonged to someone else. 3 weeks. She told me she was seeing him, asked me not to tell you, said you wouldn't understand, that he made her feel alive in ways you couldn't." Vanessa's voice cracked. I told her she was making the biggest mistake of her life, that what happened to me would happen to her family too. She didn't listen. "What happened to you?" "My husband cheated for 2 years before I found out. It destroyed everything. Our marriage, our kids' sense of security, my ability to trust anyone." She looked at me directly. "You're a good man, Brian. You work hard. You're faithful. You treat my sister better than she deserves. I couldn't watch her destroy your life without giving you the truth." As we sat there, Gregory pulled Claire closer and kissed her. Not a peck, a deep, intimate kiss that lasted long enough for me to pull out my phone and start recording. They broke apart laughing. His hand stayed on her thigh. I recorded for 90 seconds, got multiple angles, made sure both faces were clearly visible. "Thank you," I said to Vanessa, my voice hollow, "for telling me. I'm sorry you had to see it, but you deserved to know before she destroyed your life completely." I drove home on autopilot, parked in the garage, sat in my car for 10 minutes, staring at the video on my phone. 7 years of marriage, 7 years of coming home every night, working overtime to give her the life she wanted, being faithful, being present, and she was kissing her boss in a public park. Claire came home at 6:43 p.m., humming to herself as she walked through the door. "Hey, honey," she called out, breezy and light. "Sorry I'm late. Got caught up at the office with some project deadlines." I was sitting at the kitchen table, my phone face down in front of me. "How was your day?" I asked calmly. "Exhausting. You know how Gregory is, always demanding perfection. But we got through it." She opened the fridge, completely at ease. "What should we do for dinner?" "Where were you this afternoon, Claire?" Her hand paused on the refrigerator door. I told you. At the office. Really? At the office? All afternoon? Yes, Brian. Why are you asking? Because I want to give you a chance to tell me the truth before I show you what I know. She turned around slowly, and I saw the calculation in her eyes. The same look I'd seen 100 times when she was deciding whether to tell the truth or keep lying. I was at work. I don't know what you're talking about. You weren't at Riverside Park? Her face went pale. Who told you? She caught herself. I mean, no, I wasn't there. So if I called your office right now and asked Gregory if you were there all afternoon, he'd confirm that? Brian, why are you being paranoid? This is ridiculous. I picked up my phone and turned it toward her, pressed play on the video. The sound was clear. Her laughter, Gregory's voice, the unmistakable sound of kissing. Claire's knees actually buckled. She grabbed the counter to steady herself. Brian, wait. It's not what it looks like. It looks like my wife kissing another man in a park. Please, explain to me what else it could possibly be. He manipulated me. The words came out in a rush, desperate. He's my boss, Brian. He made me go with him. He said it was for work networking. He pressured me into holding his hand, into laughing at his jokes, into kissing him back. I stood up, my voice still eerily calm. Claire, I have 90 seconds of video. At no point do you look uncomfortable. At no point do you pull away. You look happy. I made a mistake. You made a choice. Multiple choices. To see him. To lie to me. To meet him in public where anyone could see. How long, Claire? It's only been a few weeks. How many weeks? 3, maybe 4. Brian, please, get out. What? Pack a bag. Get out of my house. Tonight. You can't kick me out. This is my home too. This house is in my name, left to me by my grandfather. You've been living here as my wife, but wives don't kiss other men in parks and then lie about it. So pack a bag and leave. Brian, please, we can fix this. I don't want to fix it. I want a divorce. I want you out of my house. And I want you to understand that 7 years of marriage ended the second you put your lips on another man. She was crying now, mascara running. Where am I supposed to go? Call Gregory. I'm sure he has suggestions. His wife just left him. He lives in a studio apartment. Then call a hotel. Call a friend. I don't care, but you're not sleeping here tonight. I walked upstairs, leaving her sobbing in the kitchen. 20 minutes later, I heard her car pull out of the driveway. I drove to Vanessa's house, stood on her porch at 9:17 p.m. and knocked. She opened the door, still in her work clothes, surprise on her face. Could I spend the night here? I asked quietly. I don't want to be in that house right now. She stepped aside immediately. Of course, come in. Her house was small, but warm. We sat in her living room with coffee, and I told her everything. The confrontation, Claire's denials, the video, the end. I'm sorry, Vanessa said. I know that doesn't help, but I am. You saved me from wasting more years on someone who didn't value what we had. I know what you're going through. When I found out about Tom's affair, I felt like my world ended, like I'd never trust anyone again. She looked at me with genuine empathy. But you'll get through this, Brian. It won't be easy, but you will. And having someone who understands helps. We talked until midnight. About betrayal. About rebuilding. About how some people destroy the best things in their lives because they're too selfish to see what they have. When I finally lay down on her guest room bed, I felt something unexpected. Relief. 7 years of marriage ended in a park with a kiss. But at least I knew the truth. And tomorrow, I'd start rebuilding a life without lies.
My brothers, here is what I want you to take from this story. Vanessa knew. She watched her own sister make a terrible mistake and she chose integrity over family loyalty because she understood something very important. A good man deserves the truth. Brian did not beg, did not negotiate. 90 seconds of video and 7 years were over. My brothers, document everything. Feelings are not evidence, but 90 seconds of video, that is. Drop your location in the comments and tell me, would you have made that call if you were Vanessa? I would love to hear from you. Bye.